And then I was like, oh my gosh, that's 4 digits. Hi friends, welcome back to the channel and another What Sold video. My name is Maria and I'm a part-time reseller on Poshmark, eBay, Kidizen, and Depop. Mostly eBay and Poshmark, but I did have a decent Kidizen sales week this week. So we are going to go through every single day, every single item sold. And guys, I'm going to admit I am still on cloud 9 from how good this sales week was. Breathe, buckle in, and let's get going. So guys, I don't know what's in the water. I don't know if people are just starting to shop. Summer's slowdown is kind of ending and fall is starting to pick up. People are shopping for work or school or anything it is. I also did have my free trial of promoted listings over on Poshmark, so that probably did help out some. I didn't have like a huge overwhelming abundance of sales. I'm thinking about doing a dedicated video just to what I think about Poshmark promoted listings. So let me know in the comments if you want to do that. But I've just been listing really consistently over the past couple weeks. I don't think I've missed a day. My goal is always to do 10 relistings over on Poshmark and then to do 5 new listings on all my platforms, except for Depop, because I only list items on Depop that I think are a good fit for Depop. So I don't list there every day. But I don't know, maybe everything started paying off. Maybe I just got super lucky and I will have absolutely 0 sales this week. But, you know, we shall see. I had planned to film a couple more What Sold videos because actually the couple weeks prior to this were also fairly good. But they've been slowly trending upwards, but I never had the time. And then I want to make these videos as current as I can for you guys. So today we're going to talk about the week of sales from September 17th through the 23rd. That is a Sunday through Saturday. So I'm going to go through every single day. I will pop up the item over here for you guys to see, of course. I'll go through every single sale, and then at the end of the video, we will talk through my total numbers. We will talk about all the good that this week was. Okay, so firstly, on Sunday, I started out the week with a bang. I had 8 sales, 4 on Poshmark, 3 on eBay, and 1 on Kidizen. I am always excited when I have a Kidizen sale trickle in. I do send out 30% offers in my Poshmark closet every Sunday. I try to give a little bit of a kickstart, so it's 30% off plus discounted shipping. I did have some sales as a result of that, which we'll talk about. So the first sale were these Lululemon Fast and Free 19-inch cropped leggings, green geometric. And this one was interesting. I realized that some of my Lululemon listings in Poshmark, I had been listing just as Lululemon instead of Lululemon Athletica. And when I was searching for them, they weren't populating. So I fixed all of those. And then these sold a couple days later. Could have been just a coincidence, but maybe it was connected. So if you have Lululemon listed in Poshmark, make sure that you check that. But these did sell as a result of my 30% off sale, an offer sent to Liker that somebody accepted. So they sold for $31. I got these at a Goodwill retail store. My average cost of goods was $6.50. And they did sit for 188 days. I think maybe because I had put them in a way that Poshmark didn't like. And I eventually made $16.28. So remember as I go that my total profit for each one of these items I'm going to tell you is after cost of goods, shipping, anything that might have been promoted on any of my platforms. I have been doing promoted listings in Poshmark recently, and I do promote over my eBay store. So some of them sold on promoted listings, some of them did not. So my profit on each one of these takes everything into account except for taxes, which I do cumulatively at the end of the year. All right, the next item was one of the favorite things I have currently listed in my closet, and these are Doc Martens Red Plaid Tartan Airwear 1460 girls boots. These sold for $52. That was another offer that was accepted for my 30% off sale. So I found these at a Goodwill retail store for $7. They were like impeccable. They looked brand new. They had been listed for 120 days. I did list them kind of in the middle of summer, and they look very fall and winter-ish, so I expected them to sell, and they did. And I made $32.58 on these. I am just hoping somebody is taking the most adorable fall pictures in these, holiday pictures in these, and some little girl is going to be absolutely adorable. Next on Poshmark was this Maeve Anthropologie Kana midi top, red cropped top blouse top shirt. Oh my gosh, I have this top blouse top shirt, women's 4. Holy keywords. This one was super cute. This was one I actually got to wear before I listed, so I got a little bit of use out of it myself. It sold for $24, also a result of that 30% off sale. It's like some weeks I sell tons of things with that sale, and some weeks, like today, I'm filming this on a Sunday, nothing. Nothing has sold yet, so I don't know what it is. But this sold for $24. I got it at a Second Avenue, which is one of the largest thrift stores near me. It's a chain of thrift stores. My average cost of goods that day was $6.87. That's more than normal because I bought a lot of really good shoes that day. I do remember this item being a lot less. It was only a couple dollars. But as you know, we use the average, and this only was listed for 29 days. It's cute and boho, perfect for fall, I'm thinking, for someone to wear, and I made $10.31. The next one I had for so long, and I'm so excited to see it moving along. This is in Express Chiffon Split Flyaway Back Sleeveless Tank Red Black Print Medium. I got this on my very first trip to the bins. It was so lightweight. I was like, this is cute. We could sell it. I would not pick this up today if I went to the bins. I also picked this up with an identical one in a different print. And in my head, I was thinking they would be good to bundle as one individual listing. Somebody could get two. But then I got home and I realized one was like, I think, a medium and one was a large. So I listed them separately. The other one sold in a bundle sale a long time ago, but this one just hadn't found the right buyer yet. So my average cost of goods at the bins that day was $1. I don't think I said this sold for $14. I was thrilled to accept that. It sold for $14 as a result of my 30% off sale. I got this at the bins for $1 average cost of goods, and it was listed for 575 days, and I made $8.03 on it. So good riddance. Somebody hopefully will absolutely love that. Okay, so on eBay on this first day of my sales week, I sold this Zara basic white polka dot choker neck lightweight shift dress in a women's medium. If you guys cannot tell, I stick as many keywords as I can in eBay, especially in eBay, because eBay only searches for your listing title when they're populating in their algorithm. They don't search your description. So make sure to put keywords in there. This sold for $20. I got this at a local thrift store near me called Prime Thrift. It's one of my favorite ones to shop because they always run holiday sales. They do 50% off discount tags, which my Goodwill retail does not do discount tags ever. So my average cost of goods that day was $4.27. This sat for 110 days and I made $13.27. I was very excited as we went along this week to sell things that were very summery. Because we are moving into fall and winter. So I'm very happy to move out anything that looks summery so it doesn't sit for the entire next 2 seasons. So the next item was the Nike Tee West Virginia University athletic cut long sleeve blue t-shirt in a size large. This was men's. It is football season, college football season. Obviously there are college sports all year long. I specifically, in my very short 1.5 years of reselling, have seen that the athletic college branded sportswear does sell best in football season, also maybe basketball season, but football season is kind of the biggest sport at most colleges at least. This one for $18. I got it at one of my Honey Hole little local thrift stores. It's the only one I know of that does dollar days. So I got this for $1. And it sat for 185 days. Again, I thought it would probably sell in the fall and winter during football season. And I made $15.37 on a $1 Nike t-shirt. I do like picking up NCAA college branded stuff. I am a college NCAA athlete myself in my years, but now a big fan. My favorite team is the Ohio State University, so go Buckeyes. The next thing to sell on eBay was these Fit Flop Cha-Cha beaded metallic flip-flop slip-on toe post comfort sandals. These sold for $20, and that's lower than most Fit Flops. Fit Flop sandals have been selling so good for me recently. I've sold 3 or 4 of them very quickly in the last couple months. And then I have one pair that's been listed for like 1.5 years, and I don't know why. But these I was excited to sell for $20 because I think I paid $8 or $10 at the Goodwill, and I didn't realize there was some kind of rubbing wear right on the metallic that I probably would have left behind if I had seen it in the store. I didn't check them over really well. I had like 2 or 3 Fit Flops sell that week, so I was just excited to find another one. But my average cost of goods that day was $6.65, and these sold in 10 days. And the buyer has liked them as far as I know. They don't have any issues. I obviously took pictures and disclosed kind of the rub wear on them. And I made $9.90, and I was just happy. Again, a summer item moving out. All right, my Kidizen item was a women's item. I sell more or equal to, but I think more women's items over on Kidizen than I do kids' clothes. So consider that if you're not listing your women's items, if you do sell on Kidizen. I sold this Free People We Are Free Take It Easy tee, boho short sleeve shirt in a women's medium. This sold for $25. I think that was maybe I think I had it listed for $30. I offered her $27, which was a 10% discount once I saw she added it to her cart, and she offered me $25. So I was happy with that. I do offer free shipping on Kidizen. So again, this is $25 with free shipping. I don't think I said it earlier, but all the eBay listing prices do not include the shipping paid by the buyer. So keep that in mind as well as we're talking about all of the costs. This I got at that same Dollar Day thrift store for $1 recently. I have a video of that right here that I will link above for you guys. If you'd like to take a look at my most recent trip, it was a really, really good one. And this is where I got that one. So this was only listed for 21 days, cute for fall, and I made $16.23. All right, so after 8 sales, I was feeling pretty good about my Monday, rolling into Tuesday. I only had 2 sales, but I was pretty happy with them. They were decent sales. The first, I had one on Poshmark and one on eBay. So the one on Poshmark was this J. Crew collection, special occasion blue strapless mini dress and a bridesmaid's in a women's size 6. J. Crew has 3 different tiers. They have their J. Crew collection, which is the highest tier, J. Crew main label, and then they have J. Crew factory outlet. That would be indicated by 3 dots on the label. This was J. Crew collection. I've only found a couple things J. Crew collection. I don't think they all of a sudden sell like instantaneously or for a huge profit, but this one did sell fairly well. This was listed at $45 and this sold with just my generic, when you like an item, you'll get a 10% off discount with discounted shipping. And this is, somebody accepted that, so that was great. Sold for $40. I got this at a Goodwill retail store, average cost of goods $5.46. It did sit for 220 days. I kind of expect that with anything, either formal, special occasion, evening wear, bridesmaids. You need a very specific buyer for something like this. And I made $24.52. All right, the next item was kind of fun, and it sold on eBay, and it was this new with tags Kate Hill 100% leather tan khaki suede straight leg pants in women's size 10. These were, as I said, you know, brand new with tags. They were super like Western rodeo. I'm so curious as to where this buyer is wearing these because she's probably going to look so amazing in them. Who knows? Maybe to the office. I don't know. I need inspo on these. But these sold for $45. Got them at a Goodwill retail, average cost of goods $6.09. They were only listed for 63 days and I made $33.73. I thought these might be ones that would stick around for a while until I found that very specific buyer that wants a pair of suede fitted pants. Maybe cute fall pictures, wear them to the apple orchard. Maybe you have a horse. I don't know. Okay, so Tuesday the 19th, I had 4 sales. 1 on Poshmark and 3 on eBay. So on Poshmark, I sold these frame denim alley high-rise skinny black cigarette jeans stretch women's 26. These were another ones that I wore a few times before I listed them, so that's always great. And they sold for $25. I had them listed much higher, but as you'll see, I've had them for a little while. I did want to move them out. So I accepted a $25 offer. I got them at that same 2nd Avenue thrift store for $4.77, and they had been listed for 288 days. I do think black is going to be trending this year in denim. Black and gray jeans are kind of having a moment, but skinny is still kind of a tough sell. These had a trendy like split hem right on the front bottom, which I kind of liked, but I could see where not everyone would like them. So again, specific buyer, and I made $15.23. The next one to sell was over on eBay, and it was kind of an exciting sale for me. It was this Amy Kestenberg genuine leather blue denim American flag purse tote. This sold for $47. But the problem was I realized the day before this sold, somebody actually messaged me on eBay, which I was very grateful for, that I had wrote in the description box that it was very good pre-owned, but I had listed it as new, which is obviously a problem. My description was accurate. I had listed it as very good use condition, but I didn't mean to list it as new. And since there were active offers out on it, I wasn't allowed to change it. eBay locks that feature once you have active offers, which makes total sense. So it really left me with 2 choices. Waiting out the offers, hoping nobody accidentally buys it, or delisting it and relisting it. So I decided to wait. I then actually had another customer ask me the same question. It's described as very good pre-owned. It's listed as new. So both those buyers, I sent a piece of information saying, hey, I'm so sorry. It is very good use condition. I'm going to edit the listing as soon as eBay lets me. And then the next day, someone offered me $47 on this item. And I was like, okay, I don't want to accept it because they would have a very good claim for item not as described or INAD over on eBay because I said it was new. And it's not. But I had a feeling the buyer probably knew the description. I said that there's like an ink mark inside, that there's one scratch on the outside. There were close-up pictures on it. So what I did was I counter offered her the same amount, $47, but I wrote in the counter offer, because you can send a message with counter offers on eBay. I wrote, just please be advised, this item is in very good use condition. Please see description and photos. I apologize, it was listed as new. I just want to verify you're okay with this. If you are, I've counter offered you the same amount. I hope we can, work this out. And she bought it. She didn't respond back, but she bought it. This was shipped and received days and days ago by now. So as far as I know, everything is good with it, and I'm glad it was off to a new home. I got this at the same Honey Hole dollar store thrift store. But I bought it for $5 that day. They also do consignment, and when their consignment expires and when people, I think, maybe don't pick them up, they put them on the main floor at like 50% off. So you could purchase this for $10 under the consignment, but when I found it, I bought it for $5. Sorry for that really long story time. But my average cost of goods that day was $4.42, not including all the dollar items. When I do dollar days, I mark each one of those for $1, and then anything I bought, accessories, shoes, that wasn't in the dollar sale, I averaged those together. And it was only listed for 19 days. I love getting bags out of my house, and I made $34.61. Okay, next was this Missoni Sport blue chevron striped knit short sleeve t-shirt tee. This I accepted a $36 offer on eBay. I found this at a Second Ave thrift store. I was pretty excited about it. It was my first time finding Missoni. It was a sport label. It was an older label, so I knew I wasn't going to make a killing off of it. But $36, they clearly didn't know what this was at the thrift store, because I think it was only marked for a couple dollars. But my average cost of goods was $6.87. It only sat for 32 days. And I made $23.03. The last item on this day on eBay was a Torrid rayon slub button front lace inset blouse, white short sleeve top shirt in a size 2X. This sold for $17.99. I've been running a kind of fairly permanent, but I turn it off and turn it on. eBay sale, usually 15 or 20%. I had this listed, I think, for $24.99. It was 20% off for $19.99, and then I offered an additional 10% to the buyer at $17.99, which she accepted. This I got at that same dollar day sale for $1. It was listed for 34 days, and I made $14.44. Torrid has been selling really well for me recently, so I've been excited about that. Okay, Wednesday the 20th, I had 10 sales, a great sales day, 3 on Poshmark, 6 on eBay, and 1 on Kidizen. So first on Poshmark was this Vince Classic slub cotton gray polo shirt in a men's size small. Sold for $31. It was listed for $35, so this was a 10% with discount ship that was accepted. I got this at the bins for 75 cents average cost of goods that day. This, if I had to guess, was brand new. Somebody got it home, didn't fit, I don't know, and then donated it. Obviously, I listed it as excellent, pre-owned. I guess it does have wear, because the material size inside was faded. I wrote for my condition, excellent, pre-owned, no visible signs of wear, material tag faded. But it was, and I actually just got positive feedback today that he loved it. Absolutely great sale. This was listed for 105 days. I made $22.03. I'm having a lot of luck recently with relisting my Poshmark items and them selling very quickly. And this was one of those. I think this was relisted maybe the day before or the day of, and then it sold. So relist your items. I need to start getting into a better routine of relisting my eBay items, because I know that eBay relists your items for you, but it doesn't count in their algorithm. If you have an item for eBay for 100 days and eBay relists it for you, it's still showing in their algorithm that it's been listed for 100 days. But if I remove it, sell similar, and relisted, then it's showing as in their algorithm as listed 1 day. So it might be better promoted. But on Poshmark, I use my Posher VA software to do that for me, and I've been having really good luck with it recently. All right, another one that I was really excited about, actually next couple. These were new without tags, Prana Aberdeen jogger pull-on pants, gray elastic waist, stretch, workout, large. These sold for $25. That was an offer, and I was happy to accept it. I think I had them listed at like $40 or $45. I got these at the bins in Columbus, Ohio. Average cost of goods $1.73. They'd been listed for 288 days, so I was excited to move them on. I found 3 of these same style in different sizes in the bins that day. I found a whole bunch of Prana stuff that had all of the pull tags still attached. I don't know if Prana made a donation or what it was, but none of the pants in this style have sold. The other 2 are still listed, so I was happy with that $25 offer, and I did make $18.27, which for a bins item, my target is always $20 profit, so that's very close. Next were these Born Fina leather stack heel lace up ankle chuckle boots in a size 9. These were so cute. I wish these were my size. I absolutely would have kept them. I don't know why they sat around so long, but they did. So I accepted a $20 offer. I think I originally had them listed at like $55, and I had been slowly dropping it because I've relisted it a few times, and oftentimes I'll reevaluate and, you know, drop the price a little bit. And I had relisted these recently also. I got them at that Prime thrift store, average cost of goods $354, but they sat for 365 days. These sold on their day anniversary of being listed. And I made $12.46, so I don't know why. All right, on eBay, this was actually a sale that I woke up to, and I was so excited. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably have already seen this. It's at Life with MariaNicole. It's a lot of fun. I post daily over there, way more than on my YouTube channel. So if you want to see what's selling immediately, I post a lot of like what brands did I sell today, reels, you know, fun content over there. Definitely check me out. This was a Disneyland Paris Nightmare Before Christmas Jack Skellington fold zip jacket. I got this at the recent Dollar Day for $1. It was from Disneyland Paris, and Nightmare Before Christmas is just, it sells all year round, but also, of course, right now with Halloween coming up and just fall, I thought it would sell, and it did. It sold for $46.80. That was either an offer or the sale that I was running. I can't recall. But this is going to an international buyer. It's headed to Germany, which I just think is fun because it's Disneyland Paris. So it came from Europe and it's returning to Europe. It just had this stop here in America in between in its life cycle. The buyer was all in like $60, $70, $80. I don't even remember what it was, but it was a lot to get this jacket. Again, I got it for $1. It only sat for 22 days and I made $36.52. The next item on eBay, this was also something that sold overnight, so I woke up to it. That's the best in the morning, seeing all the push notifications on my phone, or sometimes in the middle of the night because I go to the bathroom or something and check my phone and accept offers. It's probably not a good habit. I don't recommend that. Get your sleep. But this sold for $18 and was a Torrid super soft knit cardigan, cropped jersey knit shrug, tie front in a size 5X. The super soft line in Torrid does really well, so keep an eye out for that if your cost of goods is low enough. I got this at that same thrift store that does the Dollar Days, but not on a Dollar Day. So my average cost of goods was $371. This sold overnight. I listed it, I went to bed, and it had sold. And I think $18 was an offer I accepted. And I made $12.14 in less than a day. Next was this Lululemon Wet Dry Warm black tennis skirt activewear golf skirt in a size 10. I found 3 of these at like a recent little church thrift store up in Pennsylvania, and it sold for $36. I had it listed for $45, and I think $36 was the 20% off sale I was running. My average cost of goods was $390, and it only sat for 12 days, and I made $25.30. 2 out of the 3 of these I found that day have sold. The gray sold like the next day after listing, and the black has sold. I still have a white one, which is super cute, and hopefully the white one will sell soon too. All right, next on eBay are these Dolce Vita Milo snake print platform slip-on sandals, snakeskin in a women's 9. This was another item I was excited to see moving out in summer. It's a very summery item. They sold for $27.99. That was an offer I accepted. I got these at a Goodwill retail store. These were exactly $10. I did not average my cost of goods that day. Sometimes if I have a higher item and lots of little items, I just list that item as my cost of goods for each individual item. But these were listed for 70 days and I made $14.86. Dolce Vita sells well for me. I don't have any listed in Dolce Vita. I had one thing and it sold today, another pair of summery kind of slip-on sandals, so I was excited to see those both move out. Next was this Croft & Barrel 100% cashmere red candy apple turtleneck cozy sweater extra large. I have been selling so much cashmere recently. If you have any cashmere sitting around, definitely get it listed. People are buying for fall and winter, and cashmere specifically. I only have a couple cashmere pieces listed, I think, that haven't sold yet. And I literally am staring at a bag that I need to list. And I know there's a cashmere sweater sitting on top. So this is a good reminder for me too. This sold for $24, an offer I accepted. I got this at a Salvation Army for average cost of goods $5.97. I found it like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cashmere sweaters that day. I came home with 4 or 5 of them. The other 2 just were in really bad condition. It sat for 184 days, probably because of the cashmere. It's a sweater. It sat through summer. It is red, so it would be perfect for holidays. And I made $15.61. Next were these Air Jordan gray stretch jogger pants, sweatpants, logo spell out, child size 8-10. These were an offer I accepted for $10. I had them listed, I think, for like 20, 22, something like that. You'll see I listed them so recently. I just was wanting to accept it. I was in a giving mood. I've been having a great week. And I got these at the bins for $2.14. That was a higher average cost of goods for that bin strip. I got a lot of heavy items. But it was only listed for 6 days. I've sold these little Air Jordan joggers a few times, so keep an eye out for them as long as you're willing to accept something that's going to sell for a little bit lower. They were in fantastic condition, and I made $6.40. And the last thing to sell was over on Kidizen, and this is a fun throwback for me. This was a Carter's faux fur white vest and a girl's 4T. This was my daughter's. This was probably something I should have just taken a Once Upon a Child, but I listed at the very beginning of my reselling career, and I was looking for items to list to kind of build my profile online and get things sold. Now for Carter's, I would probably just take it to Once Upon a Child like I do with most of the clothes. But this did sell for $12.60. I think I had it listed for like $18. I don't remember what I had it listed for, honestly, but I sent her an offer of $12.60. Remember, that's including shipping. This was personal use, so I had $0 into it. I think it was originally maybe given to us. And it sat for 560 days. So I was excited to get it moved along and hopefully be adorable on some little girl this winter. And I made $6.32. All right, on Thursday, the 21st, I had 5 sales, 1 on Poshmark and 4 on eBay. On Poshmark, this is another fun throwback, was this Janie and Jack corduroy overalls, gray outprint snap closure, baby boys 3 to 6 months. This was my son's. I do think I got it cheap at a consignment sale at some point along the way. But I accepted an $8 offer. Again, so a little kid just needs to wear this. That's important to me. I had $0 into it, and it had been listed for 225 days, so I made $5.05 on it. Janie and Jack is a really good brand. I've sold some things for higher than I expected to, but so far I've seen more success selling girls' clothes than boys' clothes. I don't know. Let me know if anyone sells Janie and Jack. Do you see that trend also? Is that just me so far? I'd be really interested in finding out. But I do pick up Janie and Jack if I can get it super cheap, especially at the bins. I love grabbing it and selling it because it does always sell. This was the longest I'd ever had a Janie and Jack piece. On eBay, I sold this NSF Akemi Army Green Denim Zipper Accent Miniskirt Women's 7. I found this at a Goodwill bins, and the tag looked nice, so I looked it up, and it looked like it sold decently, so I grabbed it. It's the only thing I've ever found, but it had been sitting for a long time, so I accepted a $15 offer. I got it at the bins for $1.16 that day. It sat for 386 days, and I did end up making $12.85. But again, it was a spring item, and I definitely wanted to move it out. It was super cute. I'm trying to remember if I ever wore this. I know I at least tried it on. Next were these Merrell Cold Pack Ice Mock Waterproof Snow Boot Brown Slip-On Shoes, men's 11. I think I had these listed at $55, and I received a $17 offer, which I thought about declining, and I was like, come on. Get over it, just counter. So I countered at 35. They are a large size. They take up a lot of room. And that was accepted. So that was a success. I'm glad I ended up countering. I was surprised that was accepted. But I got these at a Goodwill retail store. I think I paid 10 or 12 for them. My average cost of goods was $5.56. They only were listed for 38 days, and I made $25.80. All right, sale of the week. We're going in order. I'm not going to make you guys wait for this. This was my highest sale ever. I was so thrilled. I was actually at a work event and I came back out. My phone was in my car and I checked it and I was like, it just brightened my spirits. And it was this rare Carolina Herrera 100% silk corset sleeveless mini dress evening gown in a size 10. I don't often list things as rare. I did for this one. I hadn't seen anything like it. The only thing I could see that was similar to it was a runway dress that Carolina had made a couple seasons ago. So I thought maybe this was like the commercial version of the runway dress. I think I had this listed for $450 just because I had no idea. Her dresses sell from like $100 to like $10,000. If you're not familiar with Carolina Herrera, she's most commonly known for her wedding dresses, and often made popular on the show Say Yes to the Dress. But when I saw this, you know, the Carolina Herrera New York label at one of my thrift stores, I grabbed it immediately. It did have a tiny snag in the back, photoed and disclosed. But honestly, when you're wearing the dress the way it's pleated, you can't even see it. But I wanted someone to know that. It's 100% silk. So I shot high. I had it at $450. I think with my eBay sale, it was being listed at $360 and someone offered me $260 plus shipping. So I accepted that. I was like, take it. You never know if it could sell higher later, or maybe this was like a $2,000 dress that I just lost out on. But I also might not ever have that specific buyer ever again. So I wanted to take it. It is shipping out to Beverly Hills, so I'm hoping she has some really cool event to wear this to. But I got this at that same little local Prime thrift store. My average cost of goods was $427. I think I only paid like $350. It was one of the discount 50% off sale days, and it was the right color. It had been listed for 134 days. I didn't expect it to sell quickly, you know, being such a specific item. I made $209.62. So that's fantastic. All right, guys, if you're sticking with me, I know this is a long video today, but that's good because I had a lot of sales. Next on eBay was this new without tags Vans skate high hot pink sequin suede high top sneakers in a toddler size 6. I accepted a $15 offer on these. These were funny. I got these from like a local Facebook group. I swear the pictures looked red. I saw them. I don't really ever use kind of my local groups that I also give things away on to get free things to resell. I just want people to be able to use them for their own personal use. But the pictures that she listed looked red to me. And I think I was out of town when my husband picked them up on their doorstep and he was like, did you get these to resell? And I was like, no, they're for Jackson. He was like, okay. He seemed confused. And then I got home and they are hot pink. Not that you can't put your son in hot pink shoes, but I decided not to. And yeah, they were hot pink, not red. So I did end up just selling them. So they were zero cost to me. And they were only listed for 20 days and I made $12.22. Somebody is going to look absolutely amazing. Some little girl in those. All right, next was Friday the 26th. I had 6 sales, 2 Poshmark, 2 eBay, and 2 Kidizen. I had 2 Kidizen sales on the same day. Guys, that never happens. I forgot I had a really, really good sale on this day too. That were these new without tags Air Jordan 4 Retro University Blue Mid sneakers, youth size 3. These were so cool. They were absolutely brand new. They sold for $120. I think I had them listed at $175 and that was an offer I accepted on Poshmark. I got them at a Goodwill retail store. My average cost of goods was $665. I do think these were maybe $12 on the tag, just for reference. But they were brand new. They had no wear, nothing on the bottom, and the insides still had their sticker tag with the size on them. That had never even been taken off. These only sat for 9 days, and I made $89.35. These were a youth. If these had been adult sized at my Goodwill, they would have probably had them they probably would have been selling them for like $45, at the very least $25. But I can find some little better sales over in the kids' shoes sometimes. My Goodwill's mark shoes really high. All right, another great sale on Poshmark were these Wilfred Aritzia, the Effortless Pant High-Waisted Wide Leg Trousers, brown size 4. They sold for $85. That was a 10% offer with discounted shipping that was just accepted. I got them at a Goodwill retail store, average cost of goods $441. My Goodwill retail does list pants like this at $649, but $441 average cost of goods. They only sat for 6 days and I made $55.62. These had so much attention on Kidizen, on eBay. I actually, right after these sold on Poshmark, I got an offer on eBay for $45 before I had delisted them. So I declined the offer, pulled them off eBay immediately. But these guys, if you're not checking the put back rack at Goodwills, so if they have dressing rooms, there's usually a rack there for people to put stuff back. My Goodwills never reopened their dressing rooms, but they still have like a big mirror there that people will kind of try stuff on or hold stuff up. And then they'll put stuff back. The coolest girly ever, I think, had a bunch of stuff. She probably found it all over the store. And then whatever she didn't buy, she put there because I checked it right before I left and I found so many good things. I found these Aritzia pants. I found some Lululemon that has already sold. I think I found Free People. I found Sweaty Betty. Like, I found some really good stuff that day. I didn't get all of it based on the price, but I picked up a few things and these sold in 6 days. On Kidizen, I sold these Merrell Girls Trail Chaser trail shoe sneakers, child size 12C. I had them listed for $35, free shipping. I sent out a $31.50 offer. That was accepted. I got these at the bins for $2.14. I do have that video. I will link that up above. And these, I like had a single shoe and I was hunting and hunting for all of these single shoes. I had so many beautiful shoes that I had to leave behind. This was the only one I found. Way later in the day, totally different bin. It was in a hard goods bin, so maybe it was somebody else's throwback. But keep looking, don't give up. They sold after 21 days, and I made $19.05. Also on Kidizen was the North Face TNF Osolita. It's like their child's version of the Sala. Dang it, I'm forgetting what it's called. Somebody out there knows, I'm sure. Full zip hoodie, hooded sweatshirt, a blue child size 6. I loved this color. It was like this icy blue. It was stunning. This got so much attention immediately. I got this, this sold for $22. That was an offer I accepted. I knew if I waited, it would sell higher somewhere, but I just wanted to move it along. So I accepted it, got at that same bin strip as those shoes, for $2.14. And it was listed less than a day. I listed it like the day before, the morning, and then it sold less than 24 hours. And I made $11.58. All right, the last day of the week is Saturday the 23rd. I rounded out with a bang. I had 8 sales, 5 on Poshmark and 3 on eBay. First one was another one I woke up to an offer I did end up accepting. Was this Peter Millar Crown Soft Navy Blue Gingham long sleeve button down sport shirt in an extra large. I listed this for $45. When I saw the $20, I first wanted to counter it, but then I was like, I kind of want to move it along. I got it at the bins. So I rechecked comps and they were kind of all over the place with some selling for less than this. So I did decide to accept it. Again, I got it at the bins for 75 cents. It was listed for 170 days and it sold for $15.25. If you do sell men's clothes, keep an eye out for Peter Millar. It's a golf brand and it does usually sell pretty well. All right, next one was another one I was so happy to move to somebody else's house. It was these New Balance 990 pink girls lace running shoes in a U size 1. I thought these would sell faster. 990s are a great New Balance line to look out for. It's one of their most popular ones and it can usually sell decently well. But these are a youth size. They're pink. They're a specific, buyer. So I accepted $20 so happily, so quickly. Got these at the bins a long time ago for $3. My local bins do their shoes by every pair of shoes is $3. Or when the manager wants to just raise the prices, she'll be like, shoes are $5 today. It's actually really frustrating. But so $3, they sat for 535 days and I made $13 on these. These actually sold once on eBay. I don't remember for how much, a long time ago. And then the buyer asked to cancel because she said she didn't realize they were kids' shoes. But they're listed as a size 1. I can see if it's a kid size 7 and I thought they were a women's size 7, but I always thought it was interesting that they were listed as a size 1 and she thought they were women's. I don't know. Somebody explain that logic to me. But that's okay. We all make mistakes. All right, next, I was selling so many shoes. Again, as you can see, we're sitting in my guest room. I don't have tons of shoe storage. My clothes are stored in the basement, but shoes I like to keep more temperature controlled. And then my nicer items and my coats and jackets are also in this room. But I love selling shoes to get them out of my life, especially snow boots. But I accepted a $25 offer on these Kamek gray nylon rubber waterproof winter snow boots, kids child 7. I got these out of the bins in Columbus, Ohio, 75 cents cost of goods. Only listed for 71 days. I'm starting to see snow boots sell, so be prepared for that. Get your snow boots listed. And I made $19.75. Okay, next on Poshmark, I sold these Carhartt Carpenter green denim jeans in a size 40 by 30. I heard somewhere along the way to like pick up Carhartt no matter what it looks like, which is probably true for specific Carhartt things. I probably shouldn't have picked these up. They had stains kind of all over them. I don't think they were ripped, but it looked like somebody was maybe working on their car and had like grease or oil stains on them. Obviously photographed, disclosed. I had them originally listed for like $45 or something crazy, and I've been slowly dropping it down. I'm pretty sure I countered a few offers a long time ago that I should have just accepted. So when this person offered me $10, I was like, maybe, maybe. But then I looked, I had $4.13 into them from a Goodwill retail. So I was like, okay, let me try. So, I think I countered at like 18 and he countered at 12, and I countered at 15 and he countered at 14. Some people just like have to have the final word. So I accepted $14. They sat for 572 days for me to make $6.92 happily. They were big. They didn't fit in my normal little bags. Anytime I have something in my storage bins that doesn't fit in the bags and I sell it, I'm happy because it takes up a lot of room. Next on Poshmark were these Zara baggy paper bag waist olive green denim jeans, women's too. These were so cute. They did fit me. I love the paper bag waist. Olive green is definitely a trending color right now. But I accepted a $25 offer last night. It's Sunday right now. I got them at a Goodwill retail store. Average cost of goods was $6.50. They sat for 195 days. Again, I didn't expect them to sell in summer or spring when I listed them. I expected them to sell in fall, and they did. And I made $13.50. I was actually kind of thinking about wearing these to the apple picking excursion we have in a couple weeks because they're so cute for fall, but that's okay. Hopefully somebody else will do some cute or trendy fall thing in these. Okay, guys. First of all, we're going backwards because if anyone is astute and realized that on Friday the 22nd, I didn't tell you about my 2 eBay sales, you were absolutely correct. So here we are. We're going to go through my eBay sales real quick. The first thing on Friday were these Area North Star Brown Marbled leather thong sandals in a women's 9. These had so much attention, so many watchers, so many likers, but no one was buying them, and I did not know why. I didn't want to sit on them for all winter. So when I received, I think I had them listed at $45, but when I received a $21 offer on eBay, I accepted it. I didn't want to sit on sandals. I got this at 2nd Avenue. $6.87 was the cost of goods that day, so it kind of, the cost of goods ate away at my profit a little bit. Obviously, it doesn't actually eat away at the profit, but just on paper. Because I do think I got these for like $3 or $5. But they were listed for 59 days, and I made $9.79. Next were these Pilgrim Anthropologie corduroy cream slim boyfriend crop pants jeans in a women's size 31. These sold for $31 on eBay, and I got them at a Goodwill retail store. Average cost of goods $5.56. They only sat for 50 days, and they made me $18.89. I like selling Pilcro denim and corduroy. Corduroy anything in bottoms usually sells well for me. These were the new tag, the new label that has and the letterpress kind of stitched out. They're rebranding kind of just as Pilcro, not Pilcro on the letterpress. Now back to Saturday, my first eBay sale were these UGG Ashdale 1901s, shearling lined black leather duck boot, flats, and a women's 8. These were so cute. I was actually kind of hoping they would fit me, but they ended up being a little too big. These sold for $32.40. That was just the sale price that was running on eBay at the time. These I got at that same thrift store where I have the dollar day, but this wasn't a dollar day item. Average cost of goods were $4.42. They were only listed for 13 days, and I made $23.53. They actually had a bucket of bins on the floor that had random shoes that I picked kind of a whole bunch out of that weren't marked yet. And when I took them to the register, she offered me $3 for each one of the pairs, which of course I was happy with. I think there were Skechers and Fit Flops and Crocs and some other things that day. Okay, next were these J. McLaughlin Becca black stretch leggings, pants, ponte knit jeans. And these, I accepted a $30 offer on eBay. I got them at a Goodwill retail store, average cost of goods $502. Love selling J. McLaughlin. It always sells well for me. These ones sat for 160 days. I think that's the longest I've ever had something by her sell. Usually it's quicker, but again, black, maybe somebody needed to wait until fall. And I made $19.40. And my last item to sell this week were these Hoka One Elevon Blue Fly Collection running shoe sneakers in a women's size 6. These sold for $45. I had them listed for $75, but $45 is right in the range of what I'm actually hoping to sell the Hokas for. They also sold without insoles. That was obviously listed, disclosed, photographed. And they sold quick. I got these at the 2nd Avenue thrift store. Average cost of goods $687. They sold after 5 days, and I made $31.67. So that's why I was so happy with that $45 offer. Again, not a lot of shoe storage. I was having a great week, and I was very excited to have so many shoes sell. Okay, so that was all my individual sales. Fantastic week. So let's go through my totals. I'm seeing how long this video is. I had 43 total sales, 22 on eBay, 17 on Poshmark, and 4 on Kidizen. This might be I gotta go check my numbers. This might be the first time that I have outsold on eBay than on Poshmark. I've been selling on Poshmark longer, so I still have more sales on Poshmark than on eBay, even though all of my items are listed on all 3 platforms, minus Depop doesn't have that many items, and obviously Kidizen is only my women's and my kids' clothes. Of my total sales value, on eBay, I was at $1,015.96. On Poshmark, I was at $579. So eBay kicked butt. It like doubled. And on Kidizen, I had $91.10 sell. So my total sales value for the week was $1,686.06. My average sales price was like $39.21. In context, my average sale price usually fluctuates between $25 and $30. Most commonly somewhere around $28 or $29. So $39 sale price. Now, obviously, I had the Carolina Herrera dress sell. I sold the Wilfred pants. I had those Jordans. Like, I had some really high items to drive it up, but I also sold some items really low that drive it down. So really great average sales price. And drum roll, please. My total profit, so again, after promoted listings, after shipping, after discounted shipping, after cost of goods, everything except taxes, was $1,050.78. Now, guys, remember, I'm a part-time reseller. I do this like after my kids are in bed in the evenings. I try to list 5 items. I shop or photograph or whatever on the weekends. I have a full-time job, 2 kids, a husband. I'm involved in my church. I do YouTube and Instagram. So I do all these other things. So for that to all that work pay off in 1 week for $1,000 profit, I was excited. My husband is so supportive of this at all times, but he knew that like I was kind of updating him. I realized Saturday morning that I was at like 900 and so, and I was like, babe, I might be able to get to $1,000 profit this week. So every time he heard my Rolo printing a label, he would come in and be like, are you there? Are we there? Are we there? And once I hit 1,000, he was like, okay, we're going to make it to 1,100. I was like, let's not rush things. Let's just be happy. So it was fun to see him so kind of involved in that. The money I make from this goes towards my kids, college savings and investments that we have, extra vacations. I really do this for the fun of it, to have this journey with you guys. And it's just really fulfilling to have it all pay off. Now, again, it's not always like this. This is the day after these sales numbers, and I have only sold 2 things and 0 on Poshmark. So we will see how it goes. I'll continue making what sold videos. I've made what sold videos of bad weeks. I will continue making them of good weeks. I'm not quite to the time that I'm able to make a what sold video every single week, but maybe we will get to that as my kids are a little more sustainable and independent. We will see. But thank you so much. I hope that you have given this video a big thumbs up. If you stayed for almost an hour, hopefully you found something at least entertaining or constructive. Join me, subscribe, hit me up over on Instagram. Again, it's at Life with MariaNicole. I actually am staring at a huge bins haul that I just went on this week. So that haul video I think is up and coming on my channel next. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that video and all my other upcoming videos. And I'll see you next time. Bye.